this is it. Jesus Christ. That's him. Great. Great. Yeah, great. Oh, fuck. I've been standing here for hours. How did that? First of all, thanks for picking me up. I'm super late.
Yeah, it's fine. I just want to go home. It's super cold.
Alright, I'm gonna take you home
Okay, great.
in about an hour.
Why?
Because I just found a Chinese yellow pages book, and somewhere in here is the address to a supermarket that's open 24 hours that sells Diet Mountain Dew.
Okay, so why am I going home in an hour?
Because I gotta go buy those Mountain Dews.
Right now.
It's open 24/7.
Okay.
Do you wait. Do you know of any other store that sells Diet Mountain Dews? Or any kind of diet soda that's also Mountain Dew?
I don't know. I mean, 7-Elevens are open pretty late.
But do they have Diet Mountain Dew? I don't know. This Chinese phone book does.
Okay, so instead of going to like a gas station or a 7-Eleven, somewhere, I don't know, that might have it still, we're going to go to a Chinese market that's open 24/7 to find Diet Mountain Dew.
It's my new obsession. It's my latest obsession.
Okay.
It's the fucking Yellow Pages, dude. Have you ever seen a Yellow Pages book anywhere in the past like 10 years?
Is that what it's called? Because it's Chinese?
Yeah, it says Chinese. It says
the Yellow Pages? There's a 7-Eleven right here. I'm sure they have Diet Mountain Dew.
They don't have it. I already checked.
I don't believe you.
Not today, but
like 3 years ago when you passed it, you're like,
they didn't have it. Obviously, I wasn't obsessed with Diet Mountain Dew.
yeah, so I might not have even checked, but I'm pretty sure they didn't have it.
I don't remember seeing it. Is the thing.
Yeah, that's true. I guess. Man, I didn't think about that.
And it's also not. It's not the Chinese Pages. It's Chinese Yellow Pages.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't say the Chinese Pages. You said that.
Well, I'm saying it's not.
Okay. It just sounds like something a racist would say.
And well, I mean, it can be racist. I didn't write the Chinese. Why does it have to be Chinese Yellow
So
Pages?
you've been holding that book the whole time while you're driving. Give me that fucking thing. What is?
It's unreadable.
It's in Chinese.
Yeah.
Some of it's in English though.
That's why it says Chinese English Yellow Pages.
It says Chinese ESO Yellow Pages.
English as a second language.
Oh. English as a second language. This is a weird looking dude. I guess maybe I'll
He has the coolest name. His name's Dixon Wong.
Dixon Wong? Jesus Christ. Talk about being in the wrong profession. Dixon Wong?
He's a divorce lawyer. I guess it's the right name.
I don't even know how you found that out. It's all in Chinese. We've been reading Chinese, taking Chinese.
I know how to read Korean.
It's not
Like
the same
a little
thing.
bit. It's close enough.
It's not. It's not. Did you know that people that speak Japanese and Chinese and Korean, they don't understand each other at all?
Because they shouldn't, because they're different languages.
I know, but doesn't that sound kind of crazy though? Like you feel like they would be able to kind of pick it up.
Like
it's like Portuguese and like Spanish and like, you know, like Spanish from different parts of the world. Like Italian, like you could kind of, if you speak Spanish, you could hear Italian and be like, I kind of.
There's like a little bit in there.
You know, yeah, that's what I mean. Like I know they're completely different languages, but I feel like when I found that out, it's something that I felt like I already knew, but it wasn't until someone said it that I was like,
that's crazy.
That's crazy, yeah. That they will not like someone who speaks only Japanese and someone who speaks like only Korean they won't understand each other at all because they're just completely different languages. But to me, because I'm American and apparently a racist, like I guess, like I don't know why that was like so shocking to me.
I feel that there's gotta be some overlap though, right? Because they all developed from Chinese, I believe. I could be also be racist, but
that's another thing too. Is like I know so little about it that it's like what I don't even know where to start. Like I don't know what to make of it, I guess.
So from what I do know, because I've been watching a lot of Korean TV shows, is that back in the day, they did write at least Korea wrote in Chinese. Like their written language was Chinese, and then they eventually like developed Korean language because Korean language is relatively new, like considering like the age of languages. Like,
compared to other languages.
Like Chinese has been around for like thousands of years, and like Korean, like modern Korean has been around for like 150 years.
What?
Yeah, it's weird.
What did they do before then?
They spoke Chinese.
I don't know why I thought they just didn't talk.
At least they wrote it. Like I don't know if they spoke it.
It's crazy.
But like what they like their writing language was like an ancient version of Chinese. I don't know if it like applies now. I don't think it does.
Talking about something that I guess I have to look into now and I don't know. I guess find out at some point. I'll forget. Who cares?
The Japanese is the one that I have no idea like how that language developed at all. I assumed it was also Chinese, some way somehow.
Yeah, like far enough back, it kind of like all stems like from somewhere. But it's like the thing is, it's like there could have been like a transition point where it's like if it stemmed from like one language. I could be completely wrong also because I mean I'm talking out of my ass. I'm just guessing essentially at this point. Like if let's say there was like one language that, you know, it was a big group of people that spoke this one language, and then over time it kind of branched off into like something else that was like it stemmed from this, and over time it like changed so much that currently what's now like Japanese sounds so different from Chinese because of that like long period of time where it's been changing. So now the end results are completely different.
But
you know?
I feel like there would still be some overlap, like
because it's like it wouldn't change the entire language.
Although I don't know, because you know English and German have a lot of similarities from where they came from, but like there's no fucking way I can understand German.
Yeah, like, it's like the thing is, it might be kind of like that, like English and German, like the way Chinese and Japanese is, where it's like they could hear something and they're like, maybe it's this, like it sounds kind of like you're saying fish. I don't know, because like there's some words in German when you hear it, you're like it kind of sounds like this, and then they're like, no, man, that's so fucking wrong. You're so stupid. But there are words like that where it sounds similar, and then you're like, I mean, if I were to guess, I would say this, and then, you know, sometimes right, sometimes wrong.
Yeah, like most of the time you don't know, but then you'll pick up like some syllables, and you'll be like, oh, I think I know what that means.
Yeah, maybe it's like that where they don't understand it. Like if someone was speaking to me in German, I wouldn't be able to even like if they were told me like a sentence, I probably wouldn't be able to pick it up unless like if I heard one word, I might be able to just guess. But I don't think I'd be able to genuinely be like, he's saying this, you know? I wouldn't be able to say it with any confidence just because...
Yeah, I feel like that. I think that's what it is. Like, it's just... It's changed so much that, like, they're just unrecognizable for the most part. Like, because I'm trying to think, like, I know how to say... one of the things that really bugs me about Korean as a language recently.
Oscar's gonna be racist now.
No, I'm not gonna be racist. Well, maybe.
Yeah, it sounds like something someone racist would say.
It's Korean language is so new.
Why can't they just learn English?
It's not about that. It's about them stealing English.
Whoa, dude.
Because do you know how to say chicken in Korean?
No.
It's chicken.
Chicken?
Yeah, just spelled out in Korean symbols. But if you sound it out, it just says chicken.
That's like what, like when you go to another country, or I don't know if it's just Japan or if it's like certain, because I've heard about it in Japan, where like if you say something in English, like certain words in English, if you just say it in like what sounds kind of like a racist tone, that it's like they'll have an easier time understanding it. Like instead of saying like do you like, can I have some milk? You just say like milku, and then they'd be like, oh, milku. Like
that can't be right.
No, I swear, I didn't just like make that up. I actually heard Aaron talk about it from Game Grumps, that he went to Japan, and that's something that happens. It's kind of weird, and like he's like, you say it kind of like makes you sound racist, but like
that's just what it is.
Yeah, like I was like, all right, Aaron the racist.
I don't know, man. It sounds kind of racist, but from the little Korean I've learned this past year.
The little Korean that I met, who's been teaching me how to speak Korean.
Little tiny little owl.
Oh, but cool. A little Korean owl?
Yeah.
Is he Korean or does he just know Korean?
No, he just knows Korean. His girlfriend's Korean.
No, he's an owl. Do you think other animals sound different in other parts of the world?
They do.
The cats?
Yeah.
The cats in German?
Did you...
They meow differently?
So like they have like they always sound angry.
Yeah. Like Japanese cats, they meow different. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in too.
I think so. That's interesting that you bring that up, because I learned that there's cats don't meow different, obviously, but there are things that cats do that no matter where you are in the world, they'll refer to the same way.
Okay.
Like every cat in the world turns into a little bread loaf.
Okay.
And every culture in the world refers to cats as little bread loaves.
Interesting. Because it's just like the most like relatable thing. Like everyone has bread.
Yeah, like when cats are kneading.
Yeah.
Like they refer to them as like making dumplings or making biscuits. Like they'll refer to like their form of bread, but it's always the same. It's just them kneading dough.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's interesting.
Like they're always like making bread. Like they're fucking kneading.
Same, man.
Making biscuits.
Chasing that bag. Yeah, that's interesting. It does make sense. Like it's just, culturally it changes, like from being whatever the food is that's like relatable to that. Like for us it would be bread. But for
making biscuits.
Yeah, making biscuits.
Like in Italy they're like making paninis and
making pizza. Making, I don't know, man, bread maybe too. They eat bread.
Making baguettes.
Where's that from?
From Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavian baguettes.
Is Yugoslavia a country still, or like? I don't think it is.
I thought that was Constantinople.
No. Oh, that's a city.
That's a song.
Constantinople.
Istanbul, not Constantinople. It's Istanbul. I don't even know which is. Either of them could be made up countries, and I wouldn't know because I'm fucking stupid and uncultured.
I thought Constantinople was a Keanu Reeves character.
Yeah, where he's trying to get into heaven and he fights demons.
This is a chain smoker with lung cancer.
Yeah, cool. Constantinople. Speaking of American food, Asian food, and Italian food,
you know they all make dumplings.
I had recently I went a while ago actually. Now it's been a while. I went to Jollibee finally because I know.
Dude, Jollibee's the best.
I think in our it might have been the last video that we no, the last one was Vegas. But I think
really?
Yeah, it was that long. Welcome back. So I think it was the one before that, so it was even longer. It was probably like a month before Vegas. It was probably like 4 months since we shot it, since we shot it. But it was when we were talking about fried chicken and how I was like, I love Church's chicken. KFC's chicken is good. That I tried Jollibee because you had brought it up. And you said that it was the best.
It's my favorite fried chicken.
I don't even remember like what the fried chicken tasted like because we got other stuff and I was so blown away by how shitty the food is that I don't even remember if the chicken was good or not. Because we got spaghetti. With spaghetti, it's basically ketchup, noodles, and hot dogs.
Why would you get spaghetti?
Because I've never had fast food spaghetti where we're an Asian fast food place that sells fried chicken and spaghetti.
So you looked at the picture and like you saw how disgusting it looks with little weenies and like ketchup on it, and you were like,
I'm getting that.
I'm gonna try that.
Definitely getting that.
I'm gonna try that, and I'm gonna hate it.
Yes.
And I'm gonna forget all about the fried chicken.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I didn't intend to forget. I just forgot. I guess no one intends to forget anything. But
that's true. I don't know. There's some people. They drink. But
anyway. So.
But anyway, yeah. Like that spaghetti. Whatever. Like just looking at the picture of that spaghetti, like you looking at it, going like, yeah, like you know that it's not gonna be good.
Yeah, and it wasn't fucking good.
Yeah, it's the worst food you could possibly eat.
I would argue it's the worst fast food thing at all.
What else did you try? Just
we
the spaghetti?
No, got that. There was like I think some like pies. I think we had.
Oh, you had the peach mango pies?
Yeah, those are pretty
those
good.
Are crack.
Yeah, yeah, they're all right.
Peach mango pie.
I didn't even realize that's my diet Mountain Dew.
I just gotta find more. This is my last one.
Yeah, that explains why there's a bunch of empty cans everywhere.
There's only like 7.
There's at least a 2-4 of empty cans of diet Mountain Dew empty cans, but you know, whatever. So anyway, we got that, and then there was I don't remember what it was called, but it was like the other like noodle dish that had like shrimp and pork and like different shit in it.
Those are okay.
Yeah, I actually didn't mind. I liked that. I was like, it's funky, but like it was good. And the thing is, it looked terrifying. It looks weird as fuck, but like I tried it and I was like, yeah, it's really good. And
I mean that noodle dish makes more sense for them to make as like a meal, than having them having like burgers and spaghetti. Like because for anybody that doesn't know, Jollibee is from the Philippines, so it's like a weird hybrid version of like fried chicken and American food and like Filipino meals that like people would want to eat in the Philippines, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they eat in the Philippines. I just know that it's spaghetti with ketchup and weenies. Like,
yeah. That was definitely the like we weren't gonna get it, and then right when we pulled up, I was like, they're like, do you want any like a side of spaghetti? And I was like, yeah, throw it on. And everyone's like, what the fuck? You just said you didn't want it. But yeah, it was like I remember trying the chicken, and I was like, yeah, the chicken's good. Like I think the thing is, I was so like off put by everything else that I was like, Jollibee sucks. It was just like I didn't enjoy it. But I want to go back and get the chicken and just that. I like that side dish, that other noodle. I don't know what it was called, but
it has a funky name.
Yeah. I remember it had a pretty weird name, but I liked it. I think, well, Noelle and Andy tried it, and then they were both like, yeah, it's okay, it's good. Like, it's not bad, you know. It's not spaghetti with ketchup and weenies, but you know, whatever. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. And I forced Noelle to eat the spaghetti, and I don't think he ate it. I think we threw it away.
So the thing about Jollibee that I like is, and I guess you could do it anywhere, but Jollibee.
I just remembered something else I need to tell you about. It blew my mind, which you might know about, but whatever.
Jollibee does it automatically. You don't have to ask. Like, they just give it to you. And like every piece of chicken comes with a little side of gravy, so you can dip your fried chicken in gravy, like right away. Which I get, like I said, you can do that anywhere. Like you can ask for a side of gravy at KFC.
Yeah.
But like Jollibee just gives it to you. It's just like that's how they serve the meal, and that's the best part of it.
You know what? I need to go back now and get. Like, the thing is, too, we got it and then came back home. So we were by, like, Tokyo Central. I don't remember where it is, the city. But we were pretty far. So it was, like, maybe 20 minutes. So we got the food and then drove back home and then ate. So it's kind of like...
It was already kind of cold.
Well, yeah, it was just, like, warm, you know? So I think next time I'm going to go and then I'll eat a full tray of a family platter of spaghetti in my car. Nice and hot. But
You get a bunch of peach mango pies.
yeah, maybe.
That's the best part.
I was gonna tell you about, which reminded me right now. That have you seen that there's a KFC game console?
Wow.
It's called the KF console. It's KFC, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right.
Anyway.
What
so
does it do? Does it?
It apparently it has the same specs as like the new gen consoles, so
Right.
it's still like it has like maybe the new Xbox, but I don't know what they're called, series, or I don't know, whatever the newest Xbox and PlayStations are.
Can I play Skate 3 on
Definitely,
it?
Skate 3 Energy, but it has like or at least like up to the Xbox One and PS4.
Right.
But at the very least, it has like current or next gen like playability and graphics, but it has a chicken chamber inside of it, so you can pull out a tray. You know, like as you're playing games, it gives off heat and like it has
chamber is
the
my new name for that.
So
That's what I call my stomach.
the chicken chamber. So it has this thing, like this drawer that you pull out, and that like as you're playing games and your console's heating up, it has the fans like blowing like to cool off your console, but it has the fans blowing all that hot air into that little tray, so you can go buy chicken and then put it in there to keep it warm while you're playing games. So it comes out and you can eat it and then put it back in there and keep it warm.
And the harder you game, the hotter your chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
So once you start losing, cold chicken.
You gotta keep your game up all the time.
And that's the thing. You don't have to just stop. You don't have to just stop at chicken. Imagine the other things you can put in there.
Hot Pockets.
Fully frozen Hot Pockets. So by the end of it, it's just like kind of warm and soggy.
That's how they come out of the microwave anyway.
That's true. I haven't had a Hot Pocket in years. I don't know why. I just stopped eating Hot Pockets.
Well, listen, I think Hot Pockets are garbage food.
Yeah, they are.
Like
There's Taco Bell.
There's no reason. Yeah, Taco Bell is a great example.
Taco Bell is garbage food, and anyone that says Taco Bell is good is lying to themselves. It's
like
garbage food.
Taco Bell is food that you eat because you're hungry and you just want to like,
or you're drunk.
Put calories in your body.
Yeah. Like the thing is, I go to Taco Bell, but most of the time I'll go to Taco Bell when it's like there's nothing else around, and I'm hungry and I just want something.
Like you need sustenance, and you can even barely call it that.
Yeah.
But
Taco Bell has they basically get the tacos and just remix it into fucking some other dumbass shit.
Did you know that the original? I don't know if I mentioned this before, but did you know that the original Taco Bell restaurant, like the one, because Taco Bell's not an original idea, like the crunchy tacos with the lettuce and the tomato and all that garbage. So there was a guy that would eat these crunchy tacos at this restaurant up north, like maybe like half an hour from here, and he would go to that restaurant and he loved those tacos so much, and he was like, I can make a franchise out of this. And so he kind of stole the idea of crunchy tacos and made a business out of it.
I think you told me about this before.
I don't know if I've said it on camera, but
yeah, I don't think you have either.
But yeah, so the original Taco Bell tacos is a restaurant that's still open that you can go to and have those original tacos that guy likes so much that he decided to make like this capitalist dystopia restaurant.
Yeah.
Where like they just serve like abominations and a Crunchwrap Supreme. Like although one of the things that I don't know why, and I think it's one of those like like childhood things, but I love their nacho fries.
Nacho. Oh,
They have right now. They have like a limited edition like French fries that you get with a little cup of nacho cheese.
yeah, those are pretty bomb.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Their limited edition stuff is pretty good. Like, 'cause especially like they'll have like a $5 box where it'll be like whatever fucking weird thing they made, and then like a taco and like chips or something.
And a drink.
Yeah. So then that's why I'm like yeah, count me in. But just going to Taco Bell willy nilly, like I don't have fucking plans or
You're like, I'm craving Taco
aspirations.
Bell.
Yeah, like what the fuck? What am I doing with my life?
Oh,
Anyway.
dude, I had tragedy strike the other day.
What happened?
I
Found out you're gay.
No, I've known for years.
My God, I'm gay.
I'm on the spectrum.
Talk about things you've known for years.
But what is it? There's this thing that I've always done since I was a kid.
Okay.
When
It does sound like you're coming out.
Yeah.
Weird way to start, but
when we would go with my stepdad to go to work, my stepdad was a trucker. So we would go and like eat a bunch of garbage food out on the road. So a lot of times we would stop at like just some random 7-Elevens in like those shitty gas station towns that are like, you know, all four corners are gas stations.
oh yeah.
And there's like 3 other buildings for like Denny's or whatever.
Yeah.
And we would always stop at those. And one of the snacks that we would always get was a bag of nacho cheese Doritos, and then we would smother them in 7-Eleven nacho cheese.
Oh yeah. I remember you doing that and getting in trouble before.
Yeah, I got kicked out of a 7-Eleven for doing that once.
Yeah. Oh, cool. This is
Lads, you could do so.
We could get sued for that.
really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Cut that out.
That's fine.
Just bleep it.
I'm gonna leave it in.
Just
It's
dub the sponsor for my clothing line.
what is
Whenever I make one, I don't know.
it? Okay.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be the Chicken Chamber.
Okay. Yeah.
Promote my Twitch channel.
So
But
yeah, I remember when you got kicked out of that 7-Eleven when you like bought the Doritos and then you walked over to the cheese dispenser and just dumped like all the cheese inside.
it was basically the whole bag.
Yeah, and then the guy's like, "Hey, you have to pay for that." You're like, "I already did pay for it," and he was like, "You have to pay like it's double. You have to pay fucking this," and you're like, "I already did it. I'm not gonna pay for it." And like, I'm not paying. I already did it. I already paid for the chips. And then he kicked you out, and you're like, "Fuck that! I'm not paying for cheese." That was the weirdest, dumbest argument I've seen.
And honestly, I would have paid for the cheese if you hadn't been a dick about it.
Yeah, if he was like, hey, you know, like that's supposed to be extra or whatever, then you're like, "Fuck you." But yeah, he's like, "Hey," well, he was like some haggard old man. He's like, "Hey, you gotta fucking."
He tried to attack me for nacho cheese, and that wasn't cool.
And I was not gonna let that fly.
Like if he had let me have the cheese, everything would have been cool, and I would have left, and I would have given that stupid extra $1 for the extra cheese. Like most places, they'll be like, I'll bring it up to the counter, and it's like fucking 4 pounds of cheese in a Dorito bag, and they're like, "Why is this so heavy?" And I'm like, "Oh, there's cheese in it." And they're like, "Oh, so that's gonna be an extra $1." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool."
Yeah.
And then it's like it's never an issue, but he was accosting me, fucking coming at me while I was filling up the bag, and he was like, "You can't do that. You're not allowed to put the cheese because it's extra money." And I'm like, "I know it's extra money. Just let me put the cheese in, and I'll pay it." But he didn't let me, and I got kicked out.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I'm like, yeah, man, like that sucks, man.
I never went back to that 7-Eleven. And
You're not allowed back.
That's why I didn't go back. But anyway, so I went to go do that recently. I went to my local 7-Eleven.
You went back to the same one with the mustache?
No, that one, I don't even remember what that one was. I feel like it was far. Where was it? Was it the one close to your old apartment?
I don't know. I feel like it was before that. I feel like we were like teenagers still.
I don't know.
But I don't remember.
I feel like
much.
we were teenagers because it's the only time where I would yell at a cashier.
Yeah. Like now you're just like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I feel like we were teenagers still. Like we were like 19 or something. Which I wouldn't have been in Whittier yet. Well, I moved to Whittier when I was... Oh no, never mind. I wasn't 20.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Whatever. I feel whatever 7-Eleven that was. I haven't gone back there.
Yeah, it wasn't far. Like it was in like Pico or Whittier or something like that.
But either way, the one close to my house now is like I was just craving some nacho cheese Doritos, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go do my thing. Get my nacho cheese Doritos, nacho cheese nacho Doritos, and I found out that they changed the 7-Eleven nacho formula.
Whoa!
I saw a sticker on it like when I was pouring the cheese, but I didn't think anything of it.
You're like, what's the sticker gonna tell me?
Yeah, I was like, whatever. Like fucking, they probably made it like extra fucking orange or whatever, and I filled up my bag, and they fucking went up to the counter. The lady was like, "It's gonna be an extra $1 for the cheese," and I'm like, "I know,
Whatever,
I know.
bitch.
Give me fucking number 3, Pac-Man scratcher."
Yeah,
And,
cool.
I didn't win anything.
Yeah, nice.
But, yeah.
Got your life together. You're getting fucking a bag of Doritos and dumping nacho cheese in it and buying scratchers.
It was a good day.
Yeah, and then people give me shit for drinking too much. Like, here you are, just doing these fucking living with reckless abandon.
That's it. That's the best way to live. You're enjoying yourself the whole time, and then you don't worry about the consequences until so much later, to the point where there's like it's already far too late, and you can't do anything about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So like, why worry?
Preach, brother.
Yeah. So, like, the only way to live is filled with nacho cheese Doritos. But
Can't wait to use that later.
Anyway, I got my bag of Doritos. I got in my car and I was gonna drive home and then just enjoy my nachos. And I got them. I fucking pulled one out of the bag, just sauced.
Oh my god!
Into fucking
I hate that you
cheese.
said that right now.
In cheese, and I ate it, and it was fucking disgusting.
Really?
Yeah, the new formula that they use, that whatever they changed it to, is fucking gross.
Why?
It tastes like they added jalapeno powder to it. Like it tastes like no, you know what it tastes
This
like?
is when you picked me up from before.
Yeah,
The first episode.
throwback.
Yeah. Look at that.
But like I said, yeah. So whatever they changed to it, now it just tastes like peppers. Like there's no like artificial cheese flavor to it anymore. Now it just tastes like if you had chopped up like a bunch of red bell peppers in there and then just threw them in there.
Oh, okay. Just so like peppers, not like having like spice to it or anything.
No, it's
just
not like spice. Like it doesn't taste like chili or anything. It, like,
I wonder if it's like a non-dairy cheese or something like that.
I don't know, but like it just tasted like old vegetable bell peppers.
I hate vegetables.
Yeah.
The last thing I want my cheese to taste like is vegetables.
I'm trying to eat like as unhealthily as possible.
Yeah, like I'm trying to commit the most cardinal sin.
Yeah,
I don't want to eat vegetables.
Like, you know when you get a pretzel and covered in cheese?
Yeah, just
Like,
bread with cheese.
Yeah, like it's the most unhealthy thing you could possibly eat.
Yeah.
It's just like bread, butter, and like
salt and
Salt.
cheese.
cheese.
Yeah, like going to like Wetzel's Pretzels or Auntie Anne's, and then you're like, can I get like can I get a pepperoni and cheese pretzel, and then like 4 cups of cheese on the
Yeah.
side? They're like,
And
you
it's
sick fuck.
Yeah, and it's not like mozzarella cheese. It's that like nuclear yellow cheese.
Yeah. Daddy likes. We might have to stop at a 7-Eleven after we get your stupid fucking sodas.
Damn, man, dude. Oh, should probably stop at 7. It might happen. But
Whatever. We'll stop.
No.
We'll try to go to your market,
okay.
and then we'll go to 7-Eleven after.
I thought you were trying to convince me not to go to the Chinese market.
No, I already know. Judging by how you reacted right now when I wasn't even doing that, I'm not going to do that. Like, you're already spazzing out, and I wasn't even going to say that. Yeah, man, that's cool, man. I love cheese and shit, or whatever.
Yeah, so I was really bummed out because now I can't, or I need to find a new place. Maybe AM/PM.
Go to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Go to Taco Bell. Oh, dude, AM/PM has a little cheese spout. Have you ever put this is something I thought of a few minutes ago. You know, they also have like chili.
Right. Yeah. Like
Have you ever
like
put the
thing.
chili in your Doritos?
No.
Ooh. Chili cheese Doritos.
Oh God, that sounds like
Heaven, baby. Hey, baby.
That sounds like. I'm at an age where like I think about the things that would give me heartburn.
Yeah.
That's one of them for sure.
That's definitely a death sentence too.
Mhm.
And like that's definitely a way to like go up. That's something you have to go to a 7-Eleven and be like, I'm never gonna come here again because they're gonna look at me and be like, you sick fuck.
Mhm.
Get that, and then get like a tall can of like Steel Reserve. Be like, I hate myself. Just fucking like 7-Eleven brand Doritos, chili, cheese, and a Steel Reserve.
Oh, that'd be even sadder. 7-Eleven brand Doritos.
Yeah. You're like, I couldn't afford the name brand because I'm buying this grape Steel Reserve. Ugh. Like malt liquor and fucking just Doritos.
Flavored.
Yeah. Or like a Four Loko, Doritos, chili cheese sauce inside.
Yeah, a little packet of Tums and an electrolyte for later.
Yeah. Yeah, like all this salt's gonna dehydrate me. So I'm gonna need to
I only eat my chili cheese nacho Doritos with Pedialyte.
with Pedialyte, yeah. Knocking it back with some Pedialyte. I hate Pedialyte, dude.
Dude, when I got sick with COVID because of somebody.
You came over when we were sick.
I didn't know you guys didn't know you were sick.
We knew we were sick. And Noelle, I was like, Noelle's sick, and you guys were like, sick, and then you stayed.
It's true.
See? Don't gaslight me when I remember something. I still remember what happened.
First of all, we went over to help you get an oil change, and I was with you the whole time, which means more than likely you're the one that got me sick. You just didn't know it yet.
I know, but I told you that Noelle was sick. So you getting in the car with me is still your fault. Because you knew he was sick, and I live with him.
It's both of our faults.
No, it's not. It's your fault.
Accept your responsibility.
No.
For being irresponsible
No.
and not being able to afford an oil change.
No, that is different because I should have been more responsible with that. But I'm not taking responsibility. Also, I need to bleep that out because that word flags the video.
Which one?
The C word. It flags it for like say like what because Noelle and I did an episode of Hotel and since we like the name we say it's in the title that we have it and then. Since you're saying it, it detects it and it'll put like CDC information. And,
oh really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy.
It's super weird. So it's one of those things that like it'll detect it and it'll kind of put you in this like weird
like
thing like where
bubble?
you're like where you're like, oh, you're talking about this, because the thing is it'll also be like when you say it, it could be like that we're spreading misinformation,
right,
things like that. So yeah, I found that out too, because now when you look at the video, it'll show like CDC regulation, whatever, or like I don't know what it is, but
like go here for more information.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to know.
That's what it'll do. So it'll put a link on our video too.
That's cool.
So now there's two things I have to censor because of the fucking other thing that I said, which I already censored. So which I'll replace with I don't know. Probably think of something funny.
I don't know. Have you heard that? Can you put a sound of like cats fighting?
Yeah. Just why are you stopping?
Oh shit! Like I watched a video where they played a sound of like what I guess would be like an angry cat sound, like where like a defensive cat, and it was and I feel like your cat's just curious, so like he wants to know what the fuck's up.
Yeah.
But they say that if you play that sound and your cat comes to you, it means it loves you and wants to protect you. I don't think that's true. I think the cat is just like being nosy and he wants to know what's up with that sound.
Yeah.
But
that sounds a lot more like my cat.
Yeah. But I tried it with my cat and it works. So I think you should do that whenever you believe something. That way, anybody at home with a cat will instantly be more interested in the video.
That's true. Like their cat will be like, "Hey, I like that podcast that you're listening to.
Sounds like.
Send me a link." Yeah, dude. It's crazy to think that like the last thing we shot was in Vegas. That was October.
A weird ritual that we found.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, no, we didn't find anything. We got off for a cigarette. Anyway, but yeah, that was in October, like before Halloween, so it was like mid-October. It's been, I thought this was a little kid, it was a dog. Since then, there's been a whole ass election.
Oh yeah,
there's a new president now.
That's crazy to me.
Grandpa Joe.
Grandpa Joe.
Grandpa Joe.
Creepy Grandpa Joe.
Creepy Grandpa Joe's now taking the reins.
Dude, it's kind of weird, and I'm gonna say this just because I find it. I don't think I'm conflicted about it.
Okay. Because you wanted Trump to win?
No. God no.
Why?
And
pretty epic.
Honestly, I just wasn't getting good vibes.
Yeah, something about him just kind of it's just kind of weird. Kind of a weird dude.
Yeah. I don't know. I think overall, he just didn't have a good fashion game. It's true. That's all it was.
It was thick,
Yeah.
but couldn't back it up.
Yeah.
Couldn't throw it back, you know?
Like,
Anyway, talk about some things I wish I didn't say.
Like those big red ties, like, you know, just like if he had wore a normal tie, I would have voted.
That's all.
For Joe Biden still. There's no way.
Because Donald Trump is a psychopath.
Yeah. He's insane. But I don't think this would have flown with anyone else. Like literally anybody in the world. But I think it's crazy at the fact that Twitter just suspended him and banned his account entirely, and there was absolutely no bad repercussions to that. Like it was just a win all around.
Yeah.
Just by just getting him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like he lost, and then they banned his account.
And they're like, all right, you're done.
Yeah.
Like we do not need to hear whatever the fuck you have to say anymore.
Doesn't matter. You're not the president anymore, and that's it.
Like we cannot care, so we won't. And there's been absolutely no like repercussions to that. Like there's no like
he's
downside.
banned, and that's it.
Yeah, he's banned, and the world is all better for it. Like
yeah,
like
honestly.
just 100%. It's all good.
Yeah.
And I don't think that works with anybody. Like you can ban people and like especially like prominent figures like you, and they're like there might be some merit to them, like maybe not getting banned, or like there's it'll create a conversation as to like, oh, was that okay? Like was, you know, and like there'll be a reason as to.
There's usually like some controversy to it, or like some like, you know, just I don't know, just something to it. But like with him, it was just like he's banned, and everyone's like, well, stop being a dickhead, and you won't get banned. Fuck.
Yeah, like it's just like, you know, it was whenever Twitter or any kind of social media just starts like cleaning out and like getting rid of bots, and like you're like, oh fuck, the service is so much better because I don't have a bot fucking spamming my comments every 20 minutes.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it felt like, where it was just like the conversation can continue as normal because this person is not there to fuck it up.
Yeah.
And like,
what a cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking cool legacy to leave behind. Talk about someone though, who honestly with like, his meme game was impeccable.
Oh, he was a genius.
He like his like there. It didn't seem like there was any limit to him being able to be a meme, which I guess just says more about how much of a fucking walking joke he was.
Yeah, he was a fucking like. There's never been a funnier president, but
Yeah.
like if there's any,
I don't know. I feel like Andrew Jackson might have been pretty funny,
Very
you know,
funny,
because
yeah.
he was also a psychopath and a racist. But you know,
like out of context.
just like yeah, if there was like memes back then,
Uh-huh.
and like you know, he might have been funny the same way Donald Trump's funny.
You know who's pretty funny, and also like turned out to be a piece of shit. Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon was funny,
But just crazy also.
and because do you know about Camp David?
No.
So Camp David is a retreat, like this like secret like retreat for like rich and powerful people that like former and like future and current presidents like attend to like once a year, and they just like hang out, and it's supposed to be kind of like a retreat for like all these like influential people to like get away from like business and just like be themselves
Yeah.
without having to worry about like any kind of optics of like who they're supposed to be, and it's like it's super secretive, like no one's been able to like infiltrate or kind of know what goes on in there, even though like every year like some of the most like influential people in all the world go there. Like it's like, if you believe the conspiracies, it's like where the fucking like rich and powerful like plot the new world order and shit, because like every fucking like important person is there. There, and I kind of like, there has been like some recordings of them like kind of like the rituals that they have there, because they do have like rituals that, from what I've seen, it's more like a nature thing. Like they're just kind of like worshiping nature in a way. Like they're just kind of like doing these rituals of like self-release and meditation and shit. There's a quote by Richard Nixon, and you're probably gonna have to bleep this, but
we'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, but there's a quote by Richard Nixon when he was president and he went to Camp David, and he hated it because there's an interview of him, or not an interview, there's like a recording of him talking about it and how he didn't like it because it's the faggiest thing he's ever been to.
Cool.
And
he's like, I've gone to gay clubs and I've sucked a bunch of dicks, but this is the gayest shit I've ever done.
Yeah. And like, I guarantee that he was talking about like all these rich and powerful dudes just letting loose and being super fucking gay.
Yeah, just because it's like they could just do whatever. It's like when you have like unlimited, like they're just like you could have any woman you want. He's like, well, now I want something else.
Like, I just want to hook up with the like Prime Minister of Russia, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
and he's like, what the fuck is this?
yeah.
What kind of gay shit is this?
Like, what the fuck? I thought we were gonna talk about like
taking over the world and banging chicks.
And like,
I want to be here finger banging chicks and listening to Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah, I don't want
not sucking dicks.
Watch Ronald Reagan naked at the hot tub. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, sounds kind of cool.
Would you be down
to go
to get in the hot tub with former presidents?
Naked? Fully naked?
No, only Reagan's naked.
Oh. That's gonna be my new gamer tag. Only Reagan's naked. I don't know. Probably not. Just because, like, why?
I feel like I'd be down.
Why?
Talking about the New World Order.
Oh yeah. And then you're like, does everyone get naked, or is it just? They're like, it's just him. Like it's like
Reagan. It's just Reagan.
Just Reagan. He's the only one that gets naked. Yeah, that'd be cool, I guess.
We actually have a policy, like there's no nudity in the hot tub, but if you look at the fine print, it excludes Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, it looks like it was written in by him, maybe, but we don't really care anyway. So I mean, he's pretty much harmless, and
He's just naked.
Yeah, yeah. He's not hurt. Like he doesn't do it for like to creep anyone out or like he's really courteous about it, but he's just naked.
He's trying to let loose.
Yeah. And both of us are just sitting in the hot tub and we're like, right. Yeah. Just seeing his balls floating.
So about the lizard brain.
Yeah, so that's not what I brought up. Like, weren't we talking about something else? And they're like, oh, right.
Oh, right, the chicken chamber.
Yeah, the chicken chamber. So anyway, KFC has this thing.
Camp David sucks.
Yeah, Nixon was right. This is the gayest thing ever. But yeah, pretty crazy. There's fucking like I remember when Trump lost, there was a bunch of people like crying and praying and.
So I was driving down Sunset Boulevard when like the results came in, and they announced officially that Biden had been declared the winner. And it was crazy. People talk about there's this weird disconnect that I've seen online about how, or like this obsession with people thinking that Joe Biden like shouldn't have won because he didn't have the kind of support that Donald Trump did. Like nobody was wearing Joe Biden hats and putting Joe Biden flags on their trucks, and like being really like having this cult of personality around him. So people were like there's this like mentality that like, oh, there's one of the reasons that there's no way he won is because people didn't love him as much. But it's like I voted for Joe Biden, and I don't like watch me not be a fucking weirdo and wear a Joe Biden hat for 4 years. Like,
yeah,
I am.
That's the thing. They're like cult members.
Yeah,
like zealots.
Like most people don't care that much about who the fuck the president's gonna be. The fact that you do is weird, not the other way around.
Yeah, because it's like there wasn't that this has never happened where it was like there was people wearing like Obama shirts and hats and all these different things and like radicalized. It was like this past 4 years radicalized everyone, and it just turned where it's like you see people who are like you talk to them about politics and they're like I don't know, but I'm gonna vote for.
I just know that I don't
Trump.
like this one guy.
Yeah, but it's like that's the thing. It was like people were like I'm gonna vote for Trump and I would die like otherwise, and you're like you're crazy.
Yeah. And like
where the fuck is this market, man?
We're coming up on it. It's pretty close. Yeah.
I have to be up in like 4 hours.
What? Why? You're on a point.
It's fine. I know. I have other things to do.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. I don't have shit to do. I'm unemployed. But yeah.
It's pretty cool. But anyway, yeah. So like, there was this mentality. There's this guy that we know that he's fucking insane. And I used to have arguments with him online about politics or whatever. I would usually try to just call him out on his bullshit, and he would reply to me with some nonsense. And one of the things that he was so confident about because he thought he understood politics and political climate and political science or whatever was the fact that like Trump was going to win, and Trump was to him Trump was popular, like very popular, and he was like, yeah, Trump is going to win in a landslide, and he's going to win the popular vote and the electoral college, and like based on whatever the fuck he was getting his information from, I don't know where, I don't even want to know where, he would say that, and he kept, he kept referring to like all these MAGA and like America First weirdos like to as the silent majority.
Yeah.
Like there's a bunch of like there's like this weird like according to him there was this like represented group of people that were gonna come out and vote for Trump, and like there's this like underground movement of people that like are actually all racist and
Cool.
And hate America, I guess. Or yeah, they say they love America, but they hate everyone that lives in America, which is I never understood.
Yeah.
But and like I've seen this phenomenon happen before. When there was one day when I was on YouTube and I Googled some country singer. I think his name is Chris Stapleton, and I Googled him, and because I liked one of his songs, and I found the song, and the song had 500 million views.
Holy shit.
And I was like, what the fuck? How can this person be so popular? Who the fuck listens to country this much? Like, I have never met a person that was like, yeah, dude, I fucking love country. Like, this is my favorite kind of music. I love Chris Stapleton. He's like my favorite artist. And like,
I've listened to this song like 500
and I've
million
listened
times.
I've listened to the song 500 million times. Like one person listened to it. Yeah, and I was blown away. And I went through his like music videos, and all of them had huge amounts of views. Like people, like he's really popular, and people love his music. And I'm like, okay, this is a section of like there's this section and culture of people that I don't identify with, but there's clearly very large, and
Yeah.
I'm just unaware of it. And then and I think that's the way he thought that things were, like just because he was within that circle, he felt like that circle was huge.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. And everyone else was just outside of that circle and they didn't get it.
Yeah.
But I realize now that they're more like, they're not country per se. It's more like they're the Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah.
Like
That's a really good way of putting it.
It's a very small group of people that are so dedicated to that group that they follow that they'll paint their faces like fucking clowns.
Yeah.
And they're so loud and obnoxious, and that you will know who's an ICP fan.
Yeah.
Like, you're well aware. And they think that ICP is the greatest and best fucking music group in the fucking world, even though it's not.
Yeah, even though it is like, I know music's not objective at all, but they are objectively not
the greatest.
not the greatest,
Well,
and arguably, I'd say still objectively one of the worst things ever. What is that? There's a lyric that he says like, "Fucking magnets, how do they work?" Crazy, right?
Yeah, those are lyrics, and somebody listened to those lyrics and they're like, "Fuck, dude, magnets, how do they work?"
Yeah, how do they work?
That's just crazy.
What are frogs?
Yeah, and that's what it seems like to me. That's what the way that I've kind of broke it down for myself, like that, like you're not country, you're ICP, like
yeah, like it is like within their own head that it's this way, and that no one else gets it.
Yeah, like,
and you're like, you guys are literally crazy people.
Like, if you're an ICP, if you're looking at an ICP fan from the outside, you're like,
7-Eleven.
You're like, oh, dude, let me pull up. Maybe they have some Diet Coke right here.
Diet Coke.
I mean,
What are you? I thought we were going somewhere far for Diet Mountain Dew.
we're getting Diet Dr. Pepper. I already had Diet Mountain Dew this whole time. It's right here.
We are 5 minutes away from the place that I picked you up from.
I mean, we drove like an hour. We're gonna go see if they have some Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Live that dream.
What's up?
If life is living, then I'm living it right. That's why we're still drinking and we're getting on high. If life is living, then I'm living it right. That's why we're still drinking and we're getting on high.